What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Birmingham Sports Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Josh Lovett. We've had a couple really important and crucial regular season basketball games this past weekend, so I want to jump right into it. And we start in Homewood, where the Samford Bulldogs picked up a big win over UNC Greensboro, powered by a historic night from Jaden Booth. Booth set a new Samford single-game record, knocking down 11 three-pointers. It was an unbelievable shooting display, the kind of performance that takes over a gym, and the kind of performance that can take over a March Madness game. But if you've been following the Samford team closely, or just at all, you've heard of what Booth has been doing, and it's not exactly shocking to hear. Booth leads the entire country in three-pointers made per game and is averaging 21.2 points a night. This type of explosion has been building all season, and it was never a question of if it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen, and it couldn't be coming at a better time as the calendar has officially turned into March, where this team needs that explosion in a conference tournament setting to advance to the NCAA tournament. And then if they can get it in an NCAA tournament setting, look out if you're a power conference team. The Bulldogs have won 9 of their last 11 games and are positioned to make a run in Asheville. Samford will open the tournament Saturday against Furman, and it will not be easy, however. Furman has a clear height advantage, and Samford has already lost the previous 2 matchups to the Paladins back in January. If Samford wants to flip the script, it's going to take disciplined defense, some strong rebounding from Dylan Faulkner, and another big performance from Jaden Booth to extend the season. But Booth has been able to do this all year long. Against Furman this season, Booth has had 12 points in their first matchup and then 23 in their second matchup. They're going to desperately need him to be closer to that 23, if not over it, to really have a good chance in this game. But like we've talked about, since those games have occurred, they're playing much, much better basketball. And if they are able to defeat Furman, the team that is most likely going to be waiting for them is the Wofford Terriers. They earn the 2 seed in the conference. Wofford's first-round matchup will be dependent on the winner of the first-round game between UNCG and VMI. Wofford and Samford split the season series this season, with Wofford taking the first game back in January by 10, and Samford then beating Wofford by 17 in Homewood, and that would create another interesting matchup as well. And then on the other side of the bracket, you have ETSU as your 1 seed. They play the winner of Chat and the Citadel in the first-round game, and then Mercer is the 4 and Western Carolina is the 5, and they will play each other in that first-round game as well. I want to transition now to UAB. The Blazers could not close out a game today against North Texas. They are now 1-7 at home in conference play, while they're 8-0 on the road. We've talked about this team's lack of shooting ability all year. They've really struggled in their losses, and that was no different today. They shot just 39% from the field and 25% from 3, and that's just not going to get it done. And this is not the time of year where you want these issues to be flaring up still. Chance Westry did finish with 17 points and led the team in assists. Dajuan Anderson had 14 points, going 4 for 8 from 3, so he was really the only guy that was making threes for this UAB team. And Chapman, he's a rebounding machine, like we talked about on the show last week. He had 15 rebounds as well. But despite the home struggles, UAB is currently ranked 4th in the American Conference with 2 games remaining. Post-game, we asked head coach Andy Kennedy whether seeding matters to him. He had this to say, quote, "I was thinking about it coming into today. Today I ain't thinking about it. I don't care. They don't. I don't care. So I want to win the game, and then I don't control whatever happens after that." So clearly Coach Kennedy's pretty frustrated, and as he should be. But he also did add that his team will regroup and focus on winning its 9th conference road game Wednesday when they go to Charlotte. And this week's going to be a really good opportunity for this team to get its shooting back under itself and just try to find itself. And I want you guys to keep this in mind, too, as we head into the conference tournament. The American Conference Tournament begins on March 11th at Legacy Arena in Birmingham. And that poses the question, are we going to see this team still struggle to play at home? Because it's going to be a de facto home game for them. It's not going to be in Bartow Arena, which is definitely a good thing for this team, but it's still going to be in this city. Is that going to have this same weird effect that it's had on this team? Or are they going to fully adopt this road dog personality that they've had, where they feel like they could walk into any arena that's not their home arena and come out with a win? We're going to see this team make any sort of run in this tournament and try to get to March Madness. They're going to have to just fully adopt that personality, like I said, and just play with an edge. It seems like they're playing with an edge when they're on the road. They've got to be able to bring that the rest of this week, They've got a road game on Wednesday, and then they play at home on Sunday to close out the season. If they can win both of those games, that really helps their seed line and their matchups in the American tournament. And then, man, just play with an edge like they've had when they've played on the road in the conference tournament. Find that this week, take it to the conference tournament, and advance as far as you can. Now, before I get out of here for this weekend recap episode, I want to give a quick preview of the week ahead. First, Bulls hockey will take on the Knoxville Ice Bears this Thursday at 7 p.m. That's March 5th at 7 p.m. Get out there and support those guys who are playing some good hockey as of late. Then on Saturday, we've got a good old-fashioned chili cook-off out in Liberty Park that's taking place between 10:30 a.m. and 3 p.m., and that leads straight into the Legion's first home soccer game of this season, where they take on the Tampa Bay Rowdies. I couldn't imagine better Saturday plans than eating chili and then going straight to a soccer game. That sounds fantastic to me. And then UAB will have their last home basketball game of this season when they take on East Carolina at 2 o'clock. That's March 8th, Sunday at 2 o'clock. And we'll see if this UAB team can finally get another home conference win. They desperately need the confidence. They need to find their shooting. Let's get out one more time and support this team before they have a big week ahead after that in the American Conference Tournament. But that's all I have for you guys this week. We've got another show coming up on Wednesday night where it'll be more of an in-depth preview where we will look at the SoCon tournament bracket more and look at some more specific matchups and tackle any other news that has come our way since then. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to this channel, and we will see y'all on Wednesday.